What is up, guys? This is your boy Fight Night's Finest, the sofa commentator.
How you doing, you bunch of slags? It's Sakmiester1982, the British commentator.
Alright, and the following video is just basically clips of styles that I thought that are extremely cheap and people use commonly and think that they're good with on Fight Night Champion.
Where we can, we've tried to emulate their style as much as possible and to make it as realistic as possible. Now, people who use these styles are ruining the game. If you use styles like this, you suck and everybody hates you. Accept it. Enjoy the video, guys.
Peace. Alright, so the first thing we got here is runners. Runners are usually the guys that never engage in the fight, and the main reason why people rage quit. Nobody likes to chase a person around the ring that never engages in the fight. It's one of the major things that make people leave this game and never want to come back. They got the Floyd Mayweathers that, as you can see here in the background, who think that they're good because they never get touched, when in all actuality they're not fighting a true outside fighter's style.
Now, playing a runner, at the end of the day, it's a computer game. Although we have outside and inside boxing, no one wants to run around and chase a fairy around the ring for 10 rounds. It's boring, it's frustrating, and at the end of the day, you're just destroying the game for the other person. You're not engaging, and you're exploiting the game to outpoint the other player. It's no fun, and because of you, if you use this style, droves of people have left the game through frustration. And what I want to say is you suck and you should be ashamed of yourself. Fight nights.
For the most part, what I notice about these outside fighters, though, is that they don't know the true definition of what an outside fighter is. They think they're fighting on the outside, when all actuality is when you are an outside fighter, you just stay on the tip end of your range to where your jab and straights can land. That is the true style of what an outside fighter is. He usually has the longer reach, and he's using the outside and staying on his bicycle either for a lack of power that he doesn't possess, and because he's more of a defensive fighter and looks for counters. So the main reason why you see most of these people running on here is because the game caters to outside fighters versus inside fighters.
Ninja picking frost players. People who hover over Kobe Nichols, and like a bitch, when you choose your character, they switch to the boss character of the game, Isaac Frost. They suck balls. It is an incredibly cheap move to pick a boss character who is not a legitimate boxer. Good news though, folks, if someone picks Isaac Frost in that manner, you can be guaranteed 9 times out of 10 their skill level is very low and you're going to beat them with no problem. Fight nights?
Ninja pickers aren't really a problem for most online players. It's just the cheap tactics that are used and the precision of it, of how it's done, that you pick the strongest character in the game in order to try to get an advantage on your opponent, which is the real sickening part of it. But I must say, it's a lovely turn.
How long do you reckon these fools practice this ninja picking? It is like military precision, Fight nights.
Well, if they used as much time as they practiced ninja picking as they did on the game, they wouldn't necessarily need to ninja pick. But we're switching over to picking overpowered boxers now, with people like Sugar Ray Leonard, who like to hover over Roberto Duran, and they flash you so quick with that ninja pick you didn't even see the face of it. So we step into the fight here, and as you can see, the guy just absolutely has a 13-pound weight advantage facing a welterweight and Sugar Ray Leonard, and you got a middleweight and Sugar Ray Robinson, who's definitely the best overall fighter in the game and hits the hardest. So people like this just pick Tyson, they pick Robinson, they pick Bishop in order to just try to get quick knockouts in the first round.
That was a lovely uppercut there on the way down there, Finest. What I must say is, how important is it really to win a game? They find every cheap way. If it's picking an overpowered boxer, if it's exploiting other tactics that we're going to touch on in the next part of the match. As you saw, the person got fed up and rage quit. But yeah, it does make you wonder, how important is winning to these people that they have to pick the most overpowered boxer in the game? It's absolutely, absolutely shameful. And one close to my heart, the power straight spammers of online play. Over to Fight Night's finest.
Usually, the Power Straight is the most recognizable spammer in the history of Fight Night Champion. These guys literally have no skill and just abuse the straight right hand because of its overpoweredness and how accurate the punch is and the amount of damage that it does compared to the other punches. It's the usual and typical spammer that you'll see nowadays.
What I would say also, on a serious note, is I notice when playing this way, my stamina does not go down. And the reason for this is when the game first came out, it was beneficial to throw combinations until everyone went on the forums and moaned and complained about combination punching. And now they've catered to using 1 or 2 punches in combinations is the way to not lose stamina. So it's the patches by EA due to the whining and complaining that have made this style of play viable. Quite nice.
So you see, basically people did it to themselves. They couldn't handle the sim-like style of the game, and they basically changed it to the cesspit that it is nowadays online. But you know, the weird part is that some people think it's okay. As we switch over to hardcore body spammers.
Hardcore body spammers! Now, there's a difference between a body attack and a body spam. A body attack is someone, I use a lot of body attack, for example. I work the body mostly against straight spammers, which we're going to cover when we go to OWC. It's a very effective tactic, but I use mine in combinations and I go to the head. A body spammer normally picks Tyson and they do nothing but attack the body. Very irritating.
Yeah, and the most irritating part is that people don't know how to deal with a body spammer. Usually, you're throwing back punches and you're getting hit in the body. What that does is it lowers your stamina recovery and it lowers your ability to punch back because you're getting hit in the body in between a combination. So the lower your stamina drops, the more susceptible that you are to damage, and then you get put down onto the canvas. Like these guys who like to abuse the sidestep right uppercut. My personal favorite, the sidestep right uppercut spammers. These guys are the people who usually fight on the outside, and then when you get close enough to them, they'll unleash their massive five hit combos with the sidestep right uppercuts out of the corner, as you are seeing here.
Now, if you use this style, you are adding to the problem. It is a cheap exploit to literally run away and throw sidestep uppercuts. I don't give a flying left baboon's testicle who that insults. You are part of the problem. It is so lame. Run away and throw in right uppercuts. I know Fight Nights hates it, and most others hate it too. It all goes in with the running style of the game. Fight Nights?
It's just the accuracy of the punch that, you know, how the game rewards you for actually using the right stick. So adding that on to the sidestep, what allows you to get away from punches and allows a counter punch to come back, is the main reason why you see most of these people doing it. You literally need no skill at times to counter punch. All you have to do is constantly step, and you'll exactly counter punch onto your opponent.
If you're watching this video and you want to defend any of these styles, I've got a nice brick wall outside my house. If you want to go and talk to it and defend it, you might as well go and talk to the brick wall because you have no excuse. And as I've said several times in this video, these styles are part of the problem. They are the reason this game is not as popular as it should be. And if you use them, you generally should be ashamed of yourself because there are good sim boxers out there who want to enjoy this game. And running away and pulling this shit, it ruins it for everybody else.
Look at that. Watch him check his chin. Beautiful. Beautiful right uppercut.
No excuses, eh? Fight nice. No excuses.
No excuses whatsoever. And then watching it 3 times. Like what is it that people get out of that? Making your opponent watch being dropped 3 times.
And making you watch the cutscenes and walking out to the ring. Why? It's all part of frustration. They run away and make you angry. They then make you watch the knockdowns 3 times. They then make you watch the ring walkouts. It's all part of making you lose your temper and trolling you so they can get the cheap win. It's nothing more than that as far as I'm concerned.
I guess it's a pride thing to try to make somebody frustrated on a video game where everybody's just looking to have some good competitive fun and not run into tactics like these. So what was that, the second knockdown?
Rage quit.
Not surprising at all.
One, two. The 1-2 song. Oh my god. Klitschko is the prime person you're going to face against this. You hurt them, they back away, and what do? Fight Nights?
Ah, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
There's
All
no
they do is
three,
dash straights. No three, never a
no
three punch.
four.
Hey,
1-2.
sometimes you get a single straight, so you only have to worry about one punch. But for the on a
Yeah.
serious note,
In that case, the song is 1-1-1-1.
1-1-2-1-1.
Now, this is my bugbear coming up. How could I forget OWC heavy metal style? The cheap 16 stone, 6'8", chimpanzee armed mofo of a created fighter with their cheap backstep straight. They can suck my left testicle. I cannot stand this stuff. Drives me nuts. Stops me playing OWC. Fight Nights, please talk about this because I hate it.
The backstep straights is just another excuse for people to try to get cheap counters because they are unable to time them on their own. And usually they have such a long reach with the go-go gadget arm that they can extend their arm from all the way against the rope all the way to the center of the ring and smack their opponents in their face like they're doing a martial method here. These people are the people who usually run the heavyweight division. All they do is backstep straight, followed by the push straight, and just continuously abuse characters with lower overalls. It's an absolute shame. Absolute shame.
I hope that you guys are getting some enjoyment out of this video. Me and Fight Nights here, we're trying to do this very tongue-in-cheek and have some fun with it. But make no mistake, the frustration we feel about this game is real. We have a passion for Fight Night Champion. We love the game. But we do get as frustrated as any other person with the style of the online play and the cesspit that the online community presents. So we thought we'd make this video, make light of it, have some fun with it, but make no mistake, what we're saying, the message is pretty accurate. And I think even if you don't agree with what we're saying, it's either you're going to agree with it and you feel our pain, or you use the tactics in here and you're going to hate this video. One or the other, guys. Fight Nights?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with using it in the right situations, but to abuse it and use it all fight long, that's the thing that we have a problem with. Everybody uses a side step right uppercut. Everybody uses a power straight. Everybody uses a backstep straight, but we don't do it consecutively. That's the thing that separates good sim players from cheap online fighters. And the pride that these people carry around is absolutely aggravating to the casual player.
Yes, how many people have you had messages from saying, ha ha, I fucked you up, ha ha, you're my bitch, when all they've done is play like this creative fighter here and done backstep straight or exploited every tactic they can to get the win. What they have to bear in mind is this game is here for the long haul. EA UFC is coming out first. Fight Night, we have got a long wait to the next Fight Night game. A long wait. And people like these are ruining what we have to play with for the time being. They really, really should be ashamed of themselves, and I mean that with all sincerity.
We got 2 years left of this, gentlemen. 2 years left of this bullshit. With people backstep straighten, people sidestep right uppercut, people body spamming. There's so many tactics that are used cheaply in order to get good wins. Play the game right, learn the styles of each fighter, learn their strengths and weaknesses. Don't be afraid to pick other fighters. Don't be afraid to try something out new.
Either if you agree or disagree, I hope you found some pleasure in this video, even if you agree or disagree with our opinions. This is end of the video. See you later, guys.
Peace.